Good. Let's get started.
Hey.
Let's get settled in, everyone. I hope that you have some you got some comfort for today.
Here we go.
Yeah, halfway through the week, we're hump day, and we got a great conversation for you. So, to that point, hi everyone, and welcome to something very, very special. We've been waiting on this for a very long time, and I'm excited to get this off the ground. I am Rod Johnson, co-founder of Black and Bold Specialty
The man.
Beverages.
That's the man. That's the man.
I love that. I love that. And I'm also the Chief Values Officer for our company. And to that point, this is especially important for me, given that we built our business on values and impact. So to that point, we got a very powerful lineup today. And at the center of all of this is a reminder that change comes when community leads.
I love that saying, man.
Yeah. So from mental health programs to mentorship to digital access to leadership opportunities, your voice is at the center of everything that we do at Black and Bold. And today we're going to dive into what that looks like to keep the momentum going.
I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Okay. You know why I'm laughing? Because I love the intro. I love what you're saying. And everything is authentic. I'm laughing because, I haven't been on anything too much in front of a lot of people in a while because of what transpired. Yeah. But even through that process, I was drinking Black and Bold every day.
That's good.
That's like a shameless plug. I'm drinking coffee every day. Like every day. I ate breakfast at 8:30. I'm a creature of habit, so they made breakfast with me at 8:30 every morning, and my coffee has to be there every morning.
I love that.
I was faithful through it all. Through it all, I was faithful.
Conversation over. Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate it. But as many of you all know, late last year we had the honor and the privilege to bring on Coach Prime Deion Sanders as not only a co-owner of Black and Bold, but as our social change leader. So today we're going to have a conversation and double click on some of those values and give you all an opportunity to hear firsthand on aspects of leadership, what it means to be purposeful, and how you can be impactful in your daily lives.
Do they get to ask questions too?
Oh,
can we go back and forth with them?
Oh, absolutely.
I want to do that. That's what I love to do.
So to that
point.
Kate,
how you doing, baby? What's going on? Juan Alvarez, I see you. Yeah. Gustav, I see you. Mike Benson, Kevin, all y'all. Renee, Nay. Hey, girl, Megan. Yeah, I see you. Just letting you know.
I love that. So we encourage interaction, as y'all can hear from the band themselves. So if you all have questions, please drop them in the chat. And if you can, please turn on your cameras because, again, we can see you.
I want to see you.
Have that interaction with you all.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just hop right into it. Coach, I got to ask, you have, a ton of opportunities to work with a lot of brands. Why did you choose to work with Black and Bold?
Because y'all are different. First of all, y'all are brothers. Let's get that straight out the rip. And you're honest. You keep it a buck. And I'm not saying you want to do right, you do right. Mm-hmm. It's not like a want, like you gonna do right. With or without me, you gonna do right. And I love the direction and I love the groundswell starting off with communities. And the quote, can you re-quote that?
Yeah. So change happens when community leads.
I love it. And that's the God honest truth. Until I heard that from you guys, I had to really sit down and think about that. Change happens when community leads. That's the God honest truth. I mean, when you see a community in the forefront, that's when change is provoked. It's not the opposite. Somebody's going to go and provoke change. No, the community has to step up and step out and make things happen. And I love I'm not going to say what you're doing, what we're doing. Mm-hmm. I love it, but y'all been doing it for quite a while now. I'm on that thing right with you, riding it always right with you. But I absolutely love what you stand for. I love what you represent. And I love what I see behind the curtains. You're not just doing it for a front, just to say we just doing it just to do it. No, you're doing it because that's who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for acknowledging that. And that's why we wanted to bring you into the fold as well, because you represent all that we built Black and Bold to stand for. So
love the name too.
you resonate with that?
You gotta resonate with that. I get attacked for that name, I just happen to be black and bold,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
at the same
It's
time.
a lifestyle. It's a mantra.
It is I. Matter of fact, my kids are. My kids are the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, I'm a dad myself. I have a 5-year-old daughter. Her name's Marley. She might be tuning in right now. But on that journey of fatherhood, what have you learned from your children to help you continue to be purposeful and impactful in your daily life?
I don't expect my kids to be me. And we had a rule a long time ago when they first started, all 5 of them. You don't have to be the best, because oftentimes athletes of prominence, they expect this from their kids. No, my rule was you don't have to be the best, but you got to give me your best.
Yeah.
And I know what your best is because I've raised you. I've been there from the beginning. So give me your best. You don't have to be first in the class, but you better be in the forefront because I know you're capable of that.
Yeah.
So that's one of the cardinal rules of my family and how we get down. And I give grace. I give grace. Now the enemy got 5 shots at me.
Yeah.
I got 5 kids, man. You don't think one of them not gonna get nicked, and you're gonna see some dysfunction?
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be that, but we're gonna get it together
I love that.
because they have a tremendous foundation. So even if they veer off for a minute, they're gonna get it back together, and they're gonna be all right.
Yeah. I love that point. You've been there from the beginning for your children, and fatherhood is important, especially
Very.
black fatherhood. So I'm glad to hear you speak on that. Who has been, as you've been that for your children, who was that for you early on?
My mama. My mama. My mama worked, 2 jobs so the ends could see each other. They never met. They just saw each other from a distance, And my mama, still to this day, is her. Never complained, never took a day off work. And I'm gonna say this, and this could sound funny, but she never saw me play ball in high school. It's not that she didn't want to, she was working. Right. We played on Friday nights and Tuesday nights in basketball and baseball. But if it was a weekend, yeah, but we didn't play on weekends. We played during the week. So I could have easily had a pity party and said, hey, I no support, ain't nobody come and see me play, because Papa was a Rolling Stone, so ain't nobody. No, I knew what my mama was doing, and she was just making it better for me and my sister to make sure she provided along with my stepfather. But I didn't have no pity party. But I made a vow to myself when I was 7, I'm gonna make a lot of money, I'm gonna be rich, you're never gonna have to work another day of your life, because I'm not gonna keep allowing you to do this when I want you to be there to see me do my thing.
I love that. Community comes in many forms. It starts at home. And I love the fact that even though she wasn't there physically, she was still there. I was there rooting for you and making the sacrifices.
See, nowadays you do that, these kids tripping. Ain't nobody there for me. Ain't nobody there to support me. Hey, your mama working. Your father working, man. Come on. They supporting you financially. You know them shoes you got on? They did that. You know that bat you got in your hand is $300-400 now? The glove? They did that.
Right.
So don't do that to your parents and your family. They make sacrifices for you. Do not do that whatsoever. So I'm a little different because I'm old school, man. I got a lot of old school principles, but I have relatability to the new school. Yeah.
I love that. You talk about the power of purpose and the power of gratitude as well. Being grateful for those who compromise and sacrifice for
That's
you.
right.
That's not something that needs to go by the wayside. You certainly need to acknowledge that where possible. So you're speaking of power of purpose. Obviously, people are here today. They're here because of the power of purpose. And alongside Black and Bold, we have been, alongside Black and Bold, you've helped us donate and contribute into communities, and in particular to support youth. Just another shameless plug. We've been able to generate almost $500,000.
Wow. Say that again. They didn't hear that. Say that again.
Since our inception back in 2018, Black and Bold has been fortunate to generate almost $500,000 for youth initiatives.
Don't take that lightly, because that's a blessing, man. Anything you can do. And not only you've done it financially, but you've done it with your time. And that's the most valuable coin that you possess. We could do it with the money all day, but when you see us doing it, when we're out there doing it, and you actually see us and lay eyes on us, that's different.
Right. The
That's a
presence
different
is
game.
a presence.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a different game.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to, given the trajectory that Black and Bold is on, what do you want to see from us to continue that momentum?
The consistency. First of all, you've been consistent with the brand. First of all, let's just get this straight. The brand comes first. The coffee comes first.
Yep.
If that's not good and where it needs to be, none of this other stuff works.
Of course.
So that comes first, and the consistency and the leveling up every year. It seems like not every year, every 6 months you're leveling up. But once that is consistent, and that is, now you start venturing on to other things that you can see and help people. I would like to see initiative towards single mothers and fathers.
Okay.
Oftentimes the single fathers get overlooked. Now, we out there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we out there too, but some of the single mothers, man, sometimes they don't even need the hand out, they just need a hand up.
What do you mean by that when you say they need their hand up? Can you speak a little bit more?
Sometimes it's not all about the financial aspect of it, it's about the opportunity. Can we give them opportunity? Something that I've always wanted to do, I always wanted to help people get to the next step. What that means is, say for instance, this person over here has no connectability to this person over here, but this person over here needs a job, this person over here got a job. Let's connect them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, this father over there don't understand, he lives right here, he's in a situation, he's working his butt off, but he needs a daycare for his little shorty.
Yeah.
Let's connect them.
Yeah.
It's just the connectability of people that I would love to have some kind of hand in just bringing people together, bridging people together. And that's always been my gift, trying to bring and unite people. Because you got to understand, in my little league back in the day, Tice East Fort Myers Little League, I was the Jackie Robinson.
Okay.
I'm the Lone Ranger out there, the fro coming out my hat on there, and I'm doing my thing. But I was. I didn't see no shame in my game, and I was treated wonderfully, and I broke the barrier. Next thing you know, Ronaldo de Jesus, that was my Hispanic friend. We played together. It was like, that was my guy. Because then he came along, and next thing you know, we opened up and broke it open.
Right.
Ronaldo, I haven't said that name in probably 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you out there, man, somebody get me in touch with my dog, Ronaldo de Jesus.
I love that.
I used to call him the Jesus.
The
all the
Jesus.
time. The Jesus.
You talked about making the world smaller and being a vessel of connectivity, and that's very fitting as our social change leader, because that's what Black and Bold wants to be. It wants to be at the center of this nonprofit ecosystem where we get a chance to make the world smaller and help people in the ways that they need it, continue to contribute to the areas of greatest needs, but again, to your point, providing access.
Right.
And you do that by making the world smaller, by being a connector, being a conduit for this type of work. So again, thank you for that.
Man,
really
thank you
appreciate that.
for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the coffee's good, by the way. Can we go back to the chart? I want to see the place where we got everybody on there. I'm looking at the screen right now. I want to see the screen where all the people are on there. That's more charming for me. If we can.
Can we update those settings real quick to see if we can
allow them as panelists? Yeah. They'll need to stay muted.
Okay. Bear with us as we make some adjustments. Because again, we want to see your faces. I know it's a lot of you all out there.
Yeah, I want to see y'all.
Yeah,
y'all looking at us. I want to see y'all.
Yeah.
And I know you have questions and we have answers.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So to your point, just want to let you know who we have calling in and where they are calling in from. We have 14 community partners that are in 10 cities across America, including New York, Des Moines, which is where Black and Bold is headed, headquartered, Chicago, Miami, Houston. The impact that we're trying to make is nationwide.
Wow.
And we have folks dialing in from all over the country to hear you talk about
That's
impact
awesome.
and talk about leadership.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Let me tell you this about leadership, and I tell this to my team, my staff, coaches, everyone. Just because you in the front, that don't make you a leader.
No, that's a fact.
Just because you talk the loudest, that don't make you a leader. Just because you got the nicest car, the nicest clothes, the nicest jewelry, that don't make you a leader. Just because you was voted most likely to succeed, that does not make you a leader. What you possess inside and how people view you and see you and how they chasten to your voice, into your steps. Those are the things, and the consistency, therefore, those are the things that make you a leader. Not that other stuff that the world may tell you that you're a leader just because. That's not it. Because we got some young men on the team that are not the biggest, or the strongest, or the fastest, but they have a tremendous amount of leadership ability, and they're tremendous leaders.
What I hear you say is that people should lean into their strengths and their skills, and that leadership does not have is not one dimensional.
That's
you
right.
can be a leader in many different facets.
In many
You just
different
have
facets.
to tap into what makes you the leader.
And what I had to learn too, as a coach and as a man, you could also lead from the back.
Right. That's a fact.
You can lead from the middle and you can lead from the front. You don't always have to be in front of the army to be the leader, because 9 times out of 10, that gentleman is going to get shot first. It is what it is. So leadership is placed in a plethora of places. But you know it when you see it, and when you hear it, you receive it, and you better believe it, because it's some wonderful folks that God is raising up to me in this generation, and they're not the prototype of typical leaders that went to school and learned the leadership and learned this, and no, God gave it to them. Right into the womb. He put it right there for them, and into the chest, into the heart, into the mouth, into the hands, into their emotions and their emotions. He gave it to them, and you know it when you see them.
Absolutely. So someone who is, they feel like they should be in a leadership position, but they may not necessarily have the title or even the.
Don't force it.
Okay.
Don't force it. Don't try to take it. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't force it. Don't try to, hey, look, I should be lead, and they over here, and they ain't doing nothing, and they in the office, and they doing, no. Do you. Because see, when man places you there, he can remove you. But when God places you there, ain't nothing they can do. Ain't nothing they can do. Ain't nothing they can do. If I had an organ, I'd have hit myself right there. That's how good I felt about that statement. I'd have hit myself. Yeah, but when God places you there, and some people say, well, I don't know my God. No. You can't explain how you got there. It happened. And it just happened. And it just happened. And the stability thereof in that position that God placed you in, ain't nobody could deal with it. And nobody could touch it. They can't even take the credit for it. So just give it time. Just give it time, because you got to get done. You ain't done yet. Just give it time. You still cooking, baby. You still simmering. You still on the pot. You still getting well. You still right. You know. You see, anybody from the hood out there? Yeah, okay. Okay. Y'all got me. Follow me now. Pot pies. See, I grew up in the pot pie generation. The pot pie, you put it in there for 45 minutes. That's what the things say. They didn't tell you when you take it out, you got to poke holes in it. Okay. They ain't tell you after you poke the holes in it and you take it out, now you got to blow it for about 5 minutes till it get cool. They ain't tell you all that. But there's a process. But when it's done, oh baby, you do all that for about an hour and 15 minutes and you eat the thing in 4 minutes.
That's a fact.
That's a pot pie, right there. Am I lying?
You ain't lying.
That's a pot pie. And that's who we are. We pot pies, baby. Just, you all right. They gonna poke holes in you, okay? They're gonna try to blow your light out. They're gonna try to blow it until it's cold. They're gonna blow it. They gonna do it. But then they gotta leave you alone for a minute and let you just simmer. And when you simmer and get it ready, now it's time. It ain't time yet. It's gonna be there though. Some of y'all, it is time. And it's coming. I can't believe I just gave you the analogy of a pot pie. That's just how. See, you could take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man. Like, I'm still there. I'm still there, y'all.
Well, we can finally see your beautiful faces.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we get a chance to connect with you all. We appreciate, again, you all chiming in or jumping in. Quick, if you can, in the chat, let us know where you are logging in from. Would love to see the cities that are represented within our For Our Youth network. Again, we got people dialing in from Chicago, from New York, from Miami. So we'll love, if you all can, to drop where you are calling in from so we can show Coach that he has love all over.
No, we have love all over. And I tell you what, let's do something where if they make it here, let's say 5 to 10, I got tickets. I got tickets to the game. I got them. They just got to make it here. I got them.
Get to Boulder. You can come
Yeah,
watch
but
the bus.
we got to do it through we got to do it through Black and Bold.
Okay.
We got to do it some kind of
Okay.
way so we have them, and I got them.
Okay.
And not only I want them to come in the game, I want to meet them after win. You don't want to meet me after if the other thing happen. You don't want y'all just leave, okay? Leave. I'm not kind after the games if something else go wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not kind. Yeah.
So we do have some questions from the audience.
Okay.
That they sent ahead of time. So from our community partner, Kid Power, that's in Washington, D.C., they provide essential mentorship and after-school programming for
Awesome.
the kids in the D.C. area. They sent in a couple of questions. So I would
Gotcha.
love,
I used to go to those programs.
Yeah.
Those programs was vital to me in Fort Myers, Florida. Those was vital. Back then, we called it Boys and Girls Club, but it really wasn't because we ain't had nothing. You know, like we ain't had nothing. We ain't had none of the stuff that they had on the other side of town. We just had a gym, pretty much a old hot gym. Ain't had no air. But I think we had a Space Invaders and a Pac-Man, a Galaxia Galaga machine. That's all we had. We ain't had nothing else. But that's when I learned how to hoop, learn how to ball, learn how to, I was good with them things. I learned how to fight. So I learned all that right there. Yeah.
I can relate to that. I'll get to the question in a second. So I grew up in Gary, Indiana.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time in the Boys and Girls Club as well, and I felt like a large part of my growth and my maturation is attributed to the Boys and Girls Club. You get a chance to connect with people from all sides of the track, and you get the love from community members who are like there because they care about the youth and they want to make sure that they're on the right path.
Let us see the people again. I also got my bicycle stole from the Boys and Girls Club too, by the way. I just want to share that too. They got me. Brand new Huffy. I had a brand new Huffy and they got me.
Yeah.
But we went and found it. We went and found the bike,
Did you get it back?
Yeah, we got it back.
Okay, all right.
My stepdad had to get involved, but we got the bicycle back.
All right, so from Kid Power, first question we got, how do you empower youth, and you kind of spoke about this earlier, how do you empower youth to lead communities and have better advocacy among their peers?
That's tough for a youth to lead a whole community. Now that's tough. I think the adults are going to do that. The youth are not going to lead a whole community. If you do, you're going to have some problems because the youth aren't reared to be in that leadership position as of yet. I think with youth, we got to get them the vision. The Bible says without vision, our people perish. We got to give them the vision. We got to point them in the right direction and pull them back like a bow and arrow and let them soar. And that's our problem and our fault that we're not leading them in the proper direction because we still dysfunctional about the bull junk that we dealt with in not only our childhood but our adulthood. And we got to erase that, eliminate that, and get ourselves together so we can lead them in the proper direction. But we have some intelligent youth. The thing about the youth these days, they're much better off than we were.
I agree.
Financially, we're better off, so we're raising kids better because we're saying, my kid ain't gonna go through what I went through. We're saying that. And we're doing a better job of raising kids because we have more.
Yep.
But we got to expose them to more and keep the discipline. We got to keep the discipline. What happened to the discipline? Like on this team, we yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am type of team. We have that because that's what we instill, and that ain't even negotiable.
Right.
It's gonna be that, or you ain't gonna be him. I mean, that's the way we get down around here. But we got to be sticklers on that. Let's stop trying to be friends with our kids all the time. And be parents, and be leaders, and be fathers, and be mothers, and stop trying to be the homie, trying to be the dog. You want a cool handshake with your kid, and he just got finished slapping somebody around the corner. I ain't got time for that. Like we got to be honest and straightforward with our youngsters. Yeah.
Especially if we want them to be leaders. Right. Totally agree with that. Next question from Kid Power. You were touching on this, but this question is about what the adults can do. How can they instill a strong sense of values and high self-esteem?
Well, they got to have strong sense of value first, and high self-esteem. Oftentimes, we're in a generation of people, even adults, that where we are lost, man. We have no idea where we're going, and we have no idea how to get there. And then that's when we start getting upset and angry and bitter and hypocritical about things. But yet and still, we're trying to lead, and we're trying to parent, and we're trying to direct, and that's a problem. We got to get ourselves together before we could get anybody else together.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that.
Yeah. Came pour from an empty cup.
I like that.
Yeah. So let's go to the other side of the country, down to Miami. One of our organizations.
Miami, yeah.
One of our organizations that we support down there is the Center for Black Innovation, whereas they instill values and provide digital access for kids who otherwise would not
Love
have
it.
that. So from Zakaya, I have a question, and that's, what's one habit or mindset that you think students should focus on at the start of the school year to set themselves up for success?
Consistency. Whatever you're going to be it consistently. Whatever you're going to do it consistently. But let's do positive things. Let's do things that enrich, enhance, and encourage others. But we got to do it consistency. One of our biggest failures, we're inconsistent. I don't want a running back that's going to run hard for 3-4 plays. I want him that's going to run hard all game. I want him to be consistent. The same thing with different positions in quarterback and the people who work here in this profession. I look for consistency and not complacency. I don't want nobody comfortable. I don't want you, I better not come in your office. I don't want you comfortable. I want you ready. I want you ready. I want you ready to go get it, because the things that the enemy throws at us nowadays, you got to be ready to fight. You got to be ready to go at it. You got to be ready to do what you've been gifted to do. And God has given all of us gifts.
Yeah.
It's how we use it, and do you use it, and do you even choose it?
Right.
Because we all have gifts. But if you're not in the realm where your gifting is, that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gave you a gift.
Got a gift, right? You got to tap into that. I like that. You said looking for those who are consistent and not complacent. It reminds me of something my grandma used to say. It's like, you stay on your toes and not on your heels, right? So that you can always be ready to spring into action, if you will. So I love hearing that.
I had grandparents in Miami, and I can remember coming from Fort Myers, Florida. They put me on the bus to go to Miami to visit my grandparents. Like right then, it was like you could never do that nowadays. You put a little shorty on the bus, and he got to get off on the right stop, and somebody, hey, they may be in Alcatraz somewhere by the end of that trip. But I remember that, man, and I was so excited and so happy to make it down in Miami for partial of this summer, because my grandparents stayed in Miami. The last time I was there, I think I showed Luke, Luke, Uncle Luke. I love you to life, Luke. Showed him where that was, and that wasn't far away from the school that he's coaching right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Another question from down in Miami from Quentin asks, when you are playing sports, how do you manage your time and energy to do well on the field and beyond?
Okay, when you're playing sports, this is the biggest dilemma with a lot of athletes. When they stop playing sports, they don't know how to manage their time, because when you're playing sports, your time is controlled. Like right here, like say for instance, breakfast starts at 6. Taping, treatment, training, everything is mapped out for you. My morning meetings start at 7:15, but butts are in seats by 7, because I'm teaching these youngsters to be early. Don't be on time, be early. So everything is scheduled. We have practice from this time, walkthroughs from this time. Now you get out of practice, you got lunch at this time, you got treatment at this time, so everything's scheduled. The problem is when they don't have a schedule. In that idle time, that's the devil's workshop. That's when the devil get busy, because all their lives they've had a schedule. Now if they mess around, don't make it, and they don't have a schedule, or no one to tell them where to be and what to do, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a tremendous problem.
How can they get ahead of that earlier? So like, all right, I kind of see that the end of the road is coming.
I don't let it get to the end of the road. Okay. I'm brutally honest. Our staff is brutally honest, because we got a bunch of guys that went to the NFL. And when I see a gift, say for instance, I see a communicational gift in one of our young men. Okay, I would bring somebody in from a communications realm, not just school. He may not be degreed in that, but someone that can help him with his career and father him. I don't want to wait to the end, then it's the end. I want to get him situated with somebody that can help him advance, and he's making 6 figures a year even before he's stepping right out of football into that. Because one thing about our guys, just like our wristbands say, smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character, they have that. And they're truly disciplined in where they need to be, where they need to go, and what they need to do, because they've been told that their whole life. So getting them involved in something that can give them consistent pay, and that's the thing about the NIL now. Now you got name, image, and likeness, and the whole team is getting paid, they're getting money. So what happens when they run out? And I teach them, you got to ship your stuff home. That's going to be about $3,000. But where is home now?
Right.
Do mama still got that little apartment or your little situation in the corner? Like, are you going to go back with mama? Because that's kind of embarrassing when you have been here 4 or 5 years or whatever, or 3 years, whatever you choose. So we want to get you ready and get you reared so that you don't have to make that they change, because that change them is it's catastrophic.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. I've seen it tear some of the strongest ones down because they weren't prepared for the end.
Yeah.
And it's one thing, and I want you to hold on to this. There's one thing I want you to hold on to this. This ain't just about sports. This is about relationships as well. Okay, where's my camera? There you go. This is about relationships as well. Be prepared to leave something, and not that something leave you. Let me put you up on game. The thing that I love the most, that when I was able to walk away from the game, I was able to walk away. I walked back because my friends wanted me to come back and play with them 3 years later, but I was ready to walk away. And I didn't allow the game to walk away from me, because when the game or that person or that thing walks away from you, you're damaged, you're hurt, you're in the pieces, you're in the shambles, you got to get your life back together. But when you're strong enough and able and financially stable enough to walk away from it, oh, baby. Some of y'all women right now, you don't walk away from some fools, you know. And some of you men, you don't walk away from Nene and all them too, that, you know, and you better off. But when you're strong enough to walk away and not look back, baby, you did that. Oh, you did that. You did that. And that's my greatest gift, being strong enough to walk away and not look back.
I love that. Be proactive and not reactive where possible. Last question from the folks down in Miami, from Michaela. She asks, what advice do you have for staying disciplined and motivated when things get challenging?
Things gonna always get challenging. That's the parameter of where you are. Everything ain't gonna just go smooth and steady. Life don't work like that. You're gonna have a challenge somewhere in life. You're gonna have some drama somewhere in the family. You're gonna have some bullshit somewhere that's gonna challenge you to see how strong you are and how attached you are to it and how loving you are for it and how caring, and do you really believe? You're gonna have some challenges. Only a fool would think you're gonna rock steady and ain't nothing gonna happen. That's a lie. That's a lie. But see, most of y'all are built for you go through the challenge and you get the prize. You want the prize, you want the prize. See, I like the journey. I love the journey. I love the challenge of the journey. You love the results of the challenge. I love the challenge of the journey. That's where I'm edified. That's where I'm built. That's where I'm sustained. Like, I love the challenge of the journey. I love the journey. I'm in love with the darn journey, not the fruit thereof of the challenge.
Fall in love with the process.
Yeah, I'm in love with the process. I love the process.
More questions from our community partners. From Daniel in Minnesota, from our community partner Juxtaposition. They prioritize the arts and really get kids to tap into their creative skills to be more expressive. So Daniel from Juxtaposition asks,
I like that.
what are the 3 most influential players or people who have inspired you in any way?
My mama. Let me tell you that let me name the people and why. Some of y'all, I'm old school, so some of my old school people, you know who I'm talking about. Okay, my mom, you know my mom, she crazy. She cuts you out right now on the spot. Okay, I'm trying to put her in this little nursing daycare. She's showing out. I go pick her up, she ready. Anyway, I'll tell y'all about it another time. But Muhammad Ali said he was the greatest. He trained like the greatest. He didn't let you talk about being the greatest, and he stood for what he believed. And I loved him for it. And I followed him. And when I had the chance to meet him, it blew my mind. I loved it. Dr. J. Julius Erving. This was a black man that they called a doctor, and he didn't have a PhD. Oh, I thought that was so cold. And he was so suave. He was so smooth, so articulate, so well dressed. He was him. Oh, God, I love that. Hank Aaron, Hammer and Hank. Hank Aaron was up on the ridicule. He was up on the scrutiny. He was up on the racism. He broke the home run title that stood for years of Babe Ruth. Through all of that turmoil, even when he broke it, he hit the home run, as a white dude ran on the field, almost took him out. Where was the security for Hank? But Hank, rock steady, rock steady. And you may not agree with this gentleman, but back in the day, if you're my age, you understand he was him, O.J. Simpson. Not the O.J. in the Bronco. I'm talking about the juice. I'm talking about the man that was running through the airport in Hertz commercials, that jumping over luggage, and had the Caucasian population loving him, the black folks loved him, the Hispanics loved him, the Asian loved him. I mean, O.J. was him. He had, and his linemen loved him, and they went the extra mile. And those four young men at the time, played a vital role in my life. I didn't want to be like them, but I took pieces of them and incorporated them somewhere in my destination.
Love that.
Yeah.
Another question, this time comes from the West Coast, from our folks out in LA. We support the LA Conservation Corps, and they get kids outside and they do things like plant trees and clean up parks, clean up roads, doing a real excellent and tangible job of maintaining
I just
their
seen
community.
something in LA that I never seen in my life. I was there, shoot a commercial, Affleck commercial, and they was taking me to the set, and we went up under this underpass, and I seen like this homeless population there, and the dude had like a 50-inch TV. I had to stop. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. First of all, how is the TV working? Dude, he was watching the morning news. He was watching Straight Hand. He's my boy, Good Morning America. How? I'm at, because you are very intelligent. So how do you even get, it was on top of like this little basket, like the whole 50-inch flat screen. I ain't never seen that in my life. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. It encouraged me because I said, if he could do it, we could do it.
Yeah. Out of desperation.
If he could do it, we could do it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but I saw that in LA. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. A 50-inch flat screen up on the bridge, dog. Yeah. Blew my mind.
Hey,
The homeless are different there. They're at another level.
Yeah.
It's another level.
And so from Wad out in LA,
Another level, dog.
He asks, how do you build leadership within your team so that others can be set up for success?
You don't build leadership. A leader's a leader. See, what we have, we don't have captains. I don't believe in that. I believe captains to be militaristic or policemen or something that we really, they really are captain, or the captain in Tennille. I believe captains are that. I have leaders and I have dogs.
Okay.
Every dog ain't a leader and every leader ain't a dog. So leaders are that. I don't think you could teach some attributes of that, but you got to be that.
Yeah.
Either you leading or you ain't. You ain't. It ain't no, let me teach you how to be a leader. No, dog, that's in you. That's something inherent. That's something innately inside of you that provokes you to just, when all hell breaks loose, you know what to do. You know that person is gonna take over and they gonna make sure we straight.
Yep.
That's the leader. He wasn't taught that. That's just who he is. He was taught maybe how to articulate certain things, but that's just who he is. And we have leaders and we have dogs, and I choose those carefully. Now, I understand every leader ain't a dog, and every dog ain't a leader.
Yep.
I just want the dog to be the dog,
Yep.
the leader be the leader.
Everyone has a role on the team.
Everybody got a role. Play your role.
Yeah. In order for us to be success, don't get out of your lane.
Don't get out your lane, baby.
the
Do what
things
you
you're
do.
supposed to
Baby, if you can cook. You clean. You can rap. You can sing.
Yeah.
You can talk, like articulate yourself. You can type. Do that. Don't sit up there knowing you can type, but now you want to play football. Come on, no, that ain't. You too old for that. You past that. You past that window. That's not your thing. Your knees ain't. You ain't got these Meg Thee Stallion knees. You ain't got those. Yeah. Y'all got to understand, I'm around kids every day, so I understand all the terminology, all the swing. I got to use everything that God gives me to relate to my kids and my team. So I got to talk like they talk. I'm just unapologetically me, and I'm not gonna apologize for it.
And that's why we love you.
I got to communicate with everybody.
So I don't know if we have any other questions. I don't think so. But Coach, I want to turn it over to you. Do you have any parting words for the folks who have joined us virtually across the country, whether it be about leadership, whether it be about purpose?
Yeah, I got a little.
In general.
I got a little something. Let me look at my camera. Okay, here we go. I like to look at my people. I'm sorry. My camera right there, my people right there. I'd rather look at my people. Okay. First of all, I love you and I appreciate you. And I thank you for giving us the most valuable coin that you possess, and that's your time. But one thing I want you to understand about your time, you got to use it wisely. Be careful how you use it and be careful who you spend it on. Because time is everything. Recently, the enemy tried to come get me, and I remember laying in our hospital room saying, God had to allow you in because you couldn't get to me. I'm his guy. I'm God's guy. So he had to say, have you considered my servant Prime? He had to say that. And understanding that he allowed you in mean that he had me covered. So I never was scared. I never was afraid. I never questioned God. I said, Lord, tell me what you're trying to do so we can expedite this process, because I ain't got no business sitting up here in this hospital when I got work to do for you. That's the way I thought. I never questioned, I never doubted, I never tripped whatsoever. But I understood time, and when I was sitting there laying there, I was like, tubes all in me, everything. I'm like, you got to be a better steward of your time. You got some things, you got wealth, you got this and that, and you don't take advantage of it. You don't go nowhere, you don't do nothing. You about your kids, that's good, but you got to spend your time better. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you what God told me. Spend your time better than you're spending right now. Think about this. Time is all you have. And the most successful ones of us that we deem successful are the ones who understand how to spend their time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm no better than you. We're no better than him. He's no better than us. But the way we spend our time is what separates us from the next. Mm. And value that. And quit letting fools spend time with you. And some of those fools are in the family. Okay? So just because they're in the family, that don't mean they get to do anything they want, okay? So make certain, because I care about you, I love you, I appreciate you, and for you giving us this time, I love you for it. And I thank you. And I hope that we've edified you and given you something to roll on, to go on, and to just go get them. Because I want you to win, baby, because I'm going to win. I'm going to win. You better believe we going to win. We're going to do this. We're going to bless people. We're going to encourage people. We're going to lift people up, because that's what we do. Yeah. That's why God blesses us, because we bless the people.
That's right. That's right. And with that, we appreciate you all for tuning in to our inaugural Impact Huddle. We are grateful for your time. We are grateful for your questions, and we are grateful for your attentiveness. If no questions, if you didn't get a chance to ask any questions, don't hesitate to shoot them over to us, and we'll pass them over to Coach Prime. He'll get back to you.
Let me give him love real quick.
Okay.
Who is that? Oh God, I'm getting old. I can't even read after. Liz, I see your girl. Yeah. Is that Nikaya? Is that Cheyenne? Is that you? Ed? Martina? Hey, baby. Miles? Destin? Is that Destin? Yeah, you better smile. I just called your name. Who is that? Arthur? Is that Arthur? There you go, dog. I see you got it great on there. You got to get some dark and lovely. Just cut that thing off. Just dark and lovely. Okay. Julie, I see you up top. Who is that right there? Mac Benson, I see your name on the screen. Brent, I don't know what that said over there. Ryan, Michael, Megan. Who's my brother just popped on? Don, how you doing, man? Everybody, God bless you. There's so many more, but I can't get to all of them, but I love you. You know, I do have a job to do around here today, so I got to go back being a coach, okay?
And with that, thank you for the time, Coach.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you all. See you next time.